Damn it. He says he wants to do a sound check. I said, this is a professionally produced show. I was like, we never need to do that. But don't believe the hype. You always need to do that, bro. Always. Every single time.
God.
Yeah, thank God.
Dude, I'm not, you know more than anybody that I'm not a sound check guy. I just assumed that the last fucking time we used it, it worked perfectly.
Fuck.
So, what?
I just clicked the wrong button. But yes, it's it always fucking, you're like, yo, it should work. And I'm like, it's going to work.
Yeah.
We do this.
Thank God we didn't do half an episode muted. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. I got to ask you a question.
Ask away.
I want to ask it now because I'm going to forget. How do you feel about like the fake content that goes on the internet?
Define fake content. What do you mean?
I'll give you 2 examples that are currently going on right now.
Okay.
Remember that dude, Dean the Great, that got smacked by Larry Wheels, and then he got elbowed by that dude, Tiki Shogun or something
The guy that manages a whole bunch of people in the UFC.
Yeah.
Used to be on Tough.
It used to be a UFC fighter. He got knocked out by Robbie Lawler.
Yeah, exactly. And now he's like he's one of Dana White's homies.
That's how he became Dana White's homie. Dana White used to manage him.
Yeah, and he was on The Ultimate Fighter too.
Yeah, but even when he was a fighter back in the day, Dana White used to manage him.
Yeah, okay.
And that's how he got into the Ultimate Fighter and stuff like that. Like, anyways.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so him smacking that dude, the Dean the Great or whatever.
Now, ever since then, Dean the Great's been going on like different podcasts and stuff like that, and then like doing like walk-offs and getting kicked off. Like,
so do you think he's doing this to get a lot of attention, drive a buzz up and stuff, and then like this is fake shit? He's storming off on purpose. These are set up things where he got slapped. Who slapped him?
Larry Wheels.
Larry Wheels slapped him.
Yes.
Okay, and then the other guy, Tiki, whatever, hit him with what looked like a right hand, but it was kind of a forearm.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a forearm. It was like a WWE punch.
Yes.
Right.
And so then he goes on to, what's the first one he did? He did a podcast with, he did Steiny. Was it One Night with Steiny?
So he did Steiny from
the Nelk Boys?
From the Nelk Boys, okay.
He walks off of that one.
Walked off what? Because they asked him about getting hit or something? He got punched in the face?
Steiny was kind of clowning him about getting smacked all the time. He was like, him taking a bunch of L's and shit like that. And it's funny because he says it like throughout the episode, but then like 45 minutes in, like right when the podcast seems like it's winding down, like, he's all of a sudden he's offended by it and he wants to fight Steiny. He like walks off and then he's like, let's go outside. And then he's like, let's go. He walks off and then Steiny's like, oh, I guess I got to go. And then they end the episode. Then he does a no jumper interview. Adam 22 kicks him off.
Oh, so he's to that level. He's doing...
Yeah, but it's so obviously fake. I've been watching No Jumper for so many years. I know that it was so obviously scripted. Now, I knew it was scripted then. Now, today, they drop another scripted like clip where he pulls up to No Jumper to say that Adam owes him money. And like Lena pulls into the parking lot and he like approaches her. He's like trying to hold her hostage in the car and shit. And it's like, it's so obviously scripted. But I don't know if a majority of people know it's scripted. And I don't know. It's like, so I guess what I'm asking you is like, what's your perspective on like the stuff that we see online that creators are depicting as real, but it's really just like a scripted thing? Do you think they should tell us it's scripted? There's another guy, Lacey. He's a live streamer who used to be in FaZe. Now FaZe doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
But he did the same thing where he borrowed he did an IRL stream where he borrowed somebody's DoorDash account. Okay. And then he was doing wild shit on there, and then he says like, oh, the DoorDash account got terminated. And he like shows the camera like the termination thing. The guy's got his, so everybody's like giving him shit because he's like, nah, this guy can't get no money because you got his DoorDash account banned and he's gonna be broke, he's gonna lose his apartment. And then Lacey ended up coming out and saying like, dude, like the shit's scripted, it's not real. Nobody's account got fucking banned.
So what do I think about this, you're saying?
Yeah, what's your perspective on this? Do you think if it's fake, they should say like, yo, this is like a dramatization or this is like something that's fake? Or do you think they should be cool? They're fine with just like, depicting these things as real, but it's all scripted like a movie.
So what's the reason that you want it disclosed? Is it because you think that this is like bad influential wise? Like this is going to make people do the wrong thing? Or are you like, I don't like being bamboozled? Which one of those is it? Like, don't lie to me, or don't make people think this is real because they're going to go out and do it.
Don't try to bamboozle me. I know this isn't real.
Okay.
And then read the comments and everybody's acting like this is real. And it's like, that means that there's times where I thought it was real and it really wasn't real.
Okay, so what about wrestling? They never actually come out and say it's not real.
But we all know it's not real.
Okay, so it's kind of up to us to decide, right? It's a
But
kind of
wrestling's been historically like not a thing. You see the behind the scenes, like you see when like this stuff is like, it's like as if, imagine all reality television was really scripted. And somebody in the comments and in the chat
It is.
say, it is all scripted. Let's just say it was really all scripted.
okay.
And because we don't know, right?
It's scripted, but in the same way that I think these streams are scripted. There's a premise, bullet points, and you're supposed to just react how you think you'd react. Be angry. It's not like say this.
I think that reality shows are scripted in the sense that the producers mold the show and navigate everybody in a direction that they want the show to go. Not like they're telling the cast to perform a certain way. I don't think it's a performance that they're putting on.
So
right? When I watch Love is Blind,
yeah.
I don't think they told this guy to pick this girl.
No, they probably, yeah, they did. 100% that you think that these guys are just like picking random people.
I want you to know that I think the contestants on Love and Blind all should be studied for a new mental illness that we have not identified yet.
Yeah. Nah, they're just, well, we used to call those people retarded. All right.
These people they're something else because they're not, they're like fucking day walkers because they look regular and shit like that and they talk regular, but they're on a show where they're going to marry somebody that they've only known for fucking 10 days, not even 10 full days. And then not only that, they have to talk to like a bunch of other people and decide between all of these people who's going to be the one that they marry. Dude, they be bringing their... Is this fake? Is this not even real?
Of course it's not real.
They
What do you
bring their
think?
families out and shit. No, it's real. It's
Those
real.
families are probably casted.
That's what in my head, I was just like, fuck, are the families real?
Dude, you
No,
think
it's
these are real
It's
marriages
It's
that
real.
hold up in court and stuff? You think these are real? You think they have to go out and get divorced or get annulments?
I tell you why I believe it's real.
Okay.
Because all of these people end up having like these little like C or E list celebrity lives afterwards, right? Like the teen mom girls, they all get, even after the show, they're all famous. Like the reality show people, they're still famous after the show. Like they're like social media famous, people still follow them. So I think that it'd be difficult to, if it was something that was scripted, then they wouldn't be able to hold this up for so many years, you know?
I mean, this is just a matter of taking days to shoot content, right? It's like, it's become the new TV, the new movies, the new Hollywood is a social media account of, let's say, two people after they got married on Love is Blind, right? So now each of them have an account. This is now a business. So now they probably do, 3 days a month, we shoot content for 16 hours. We're going to change clothes. We're going to do all this shit. Dude, legit.
But you can't do that anymore. Because
Sure
guess
you can.
what? You're going to be at a supermarket and someone's going to see you and you're going to have your real family out there and they're going to take a picture of you and they're going to expose you. You know that they have to live that for real.
No, but a lot of people don't have families. And plus, a lot of people aren't recognized. I know a lot of famous faces from TV and shit, like in the internet, and I've been alive for almost 40 years. So it's like I've seen a lot of faces, but I wouldn't know who these Love is Blind people are.
Because you're not like a fan, but they definitely get approached in public.
They're going to have an early split. These couples never stick together.
They never stick together. That's not what I'm saying.
So that's why it's so easy to make it fake. It's like, 2 months after
feel so
Love is
not-
Blind came off the air, these two are divorced, and now they're just live their separate famous lives. It's like that's it.
I feel so naive
You should feel naive.
saying that it's real, but I do think it's real.
No, it's not real.
You think they're actors?
Dude, you're concerning me. I think you shouldn't have credit cards.
I-
Like, I'm worried.
You think they're actors?
Dude, they are not for nothing. Reality TV is not what it once was. You don't just get stupid people. There are people auditioning for these roles.
Yes.
So this is the point where this is a legitimately lucrative acting job now. It's not like you need to be on a sitcom anymore. This is where it is. It's not a sitcom, it's reality TV.
But that isn't a roadway to like acting heaven. It's
Sure
not
it
like
is.
these guys ever transition into being into the fucking next Michael Bay film.
That's not their goal. Their goal is to just get famous and then make the fame lucrative. So that's like, okay, I'm famous now. My Instagram will earn me 10 grand a month. You know, my TikTok will earn me 8 grand a month. I'm going to start a YouTube channel because now I have people that pay attention to me. And now I'm going to take that attention and I'm going to funnel it to my cooking channel now that I want to do on YouTube. Like that's how this thing goes, you know, and then they just leverage the fame. It's you can no longer kind of break out in anything that's not sports at the top level immediately. You have to do something else. You have to act a little bit and do a little Broadway, and then you Instagram and that kind of merge, and then Instagram makes you super famous, and now you're like, okay, now you come out with a stand-up special.
See that would make me upset if this turned out to be all like fake.
What about, you don't remember The Miz?
What's
He
The
was like
Miz?
the first guy that really did that.
What's that?
He was on The Real World. I forget his real name. And then he became The Miz, a pro wrestler.
Well, no. I'm not saying that the people on there aren't also chasing clout. That's a thing because it's been exposed in other seasons, not just Love is Blind, but there's other reality shows. I forgot what the reality show I was watching.
Chris Williamson was on Love Island, the first Love Island. He's got one of the biggest podcasts in the world. He's got
Yeah, but a majority of those guys don't ever become whoever Chris Williams is.
No, but that's their goal.
I do believe that
their
these
platform.
people's goals is, but that's not what I'm saying. I agree with that.
You're saying that the marriages are real.
These people there are people that go onto these shows to become famous. I agree 1,000%.
Yes.
What I'm saying is that the interactions that they're having are real. Whether they're doing it for fame or whatever the case may be, I don't believe it's like a scripted thing where like there's like because theoretically they could legitimately script it. You're going to say this is going to be your lines, this is going to be your lines, blah, 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 blah. I don't think they do that.
I think that's too hard to find someone capable of doing that. So that's why they
It
have
would be
to
like
do
shooting
it.
a movie.
Yeah.
It would be like shooting a movie.
And you'd have to pay people real money to get
Yeah.
good content.
I think even the people who are in it, even though they're looking for fame, they truly believe they're in a reality TV show. Like this is like that's what I'm saying. I think
they shoot a lot longer.
Yeah, not like
And then it's in the editing. That's where the real producing of the show happens.
yes,
In the editing room.
Bingo, exactly.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
they're mix matching stuff that didn't even happen in the
They're
same
finding
day.
characters for a person. They're like, oh, this guy's
Exactly.
really compelling when he's mad. Let's make him the angry guy.
Yeah, dude, why do
know?
they put so much alcohol in those houses?
Oh, yeah, on
You ever
purpose.
seen a real world where the guys aren't obliterated at all times?
Bro, they're all like that. Like, you know, my girl watches Summer House. Does your girl watch Summer House?
Nah,
Dude, it's a house in Montauk that these like New York City people do. And of course, there's a nurse on it. She came on like 2 seasons ago. She's a model and a nurse. So every girl I've ever known for the last 10 years of my life, like my girl loves that shit. Yeah. And to be honest, Summer House is compelling sometimes.
Yeah, dude.
I get pulled in.
It's-
I get sucked in, bro.
It's the production, dude. They suck you right in. And it's like you said, they develop these characters and they'll make you out to be, it might just be you, or they might just be pulling the moments that you act that way. Maybe you're kind of bitchy when you're hungry.
Yeah.
And then every day for like 15 minutes, you're in a bad mood. But then they take those 15 minutes and turn them into a half an hour on fucking primetime television.
That's facts. It's one of those things, you know, and then it's kind of, you can't look away from it.
But that's
Go
what I was
ahead.
going to say. So here's going back and kind of closing the circle on this. Reality television. I believe that it's manipulated in a way and it's not 100% genuine. But I understand that, right?
Yeah.
When I see these guys who are doing like the internet content, like the live streaming or the Instagram people that are doing like people like Vitaly, where he was paying actors to fake content.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like it either, but unfortunately that's the That's kind of where we're at, man. It's become so lucrative that people just lie, and I don't like it either. I wish it was back to how it used to be, where this stuff was real. The prank channels, or just like the conversations, the interactions, the live streams, the everything that appears real is not real. What seems like a random bouncer is not a random bouncer. It's a guy that they know is there, that they ran into. What seemed like a random slap is like, nah, he was like, you're going to slap me.
Yeah.
And hit me when I'm not ready. He's ready to take that sacrifice.
Imagine if we found out that Will Smith smacking Chris Rock was like scripted.
I don't think it's real. Have you ever really seen a slap? Have you really watched it? That's not a real slap at all.
You see?
I've slapped people.
You see?
It's not a real slap at all.
Now how
it's not real.
How pissed would the public be if they found like text message leaks of like something proving that it wasn't real, that it was all like a plan?
Think about it.
We would feel bamboozled. It would be, it's not a good, and that's how I feel about the internet shit right now.
Think about it. The internet, they're able to keep it under wraps. That shit is fake. They're able to keep it under wraps. That shit is fake if they want to. There's a lot of stuff you don't find out that's fake. You know,
but there's also a lot of people that get exposed. Like,
yeah,
it's only a
there
matter of
is.
time. Like,
but think about it.
Vitaly getting exposed. Go ahead.
But my point being that they're able to keep it under wraps to a point. So these Hollywood level people, they can keep this under wraps forever. I mean, there's NDAs and shit like that.
That's probably true.
There's NDAs. There's all kinds of shit that you're financially fucked if you come out and say that something's not real. It's not a real slap, bro. You look at it, he's very stiff. Nobody slaps like that. When you smack somebody, you're loose with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like your hand's like a whip. You just smack them. It's not, at least if you're gonna smack them well, if you know how to throw a strike. You know what I'm saying?
Your slap should end at your opposite shoulder, come through like the wave. You know what I'm saying?
You want to slap through them. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just end the slap there. You want to slap through them. Like, and you really, this guy.
You gotta use your body too. It's not even, there's no arm strength in there.
Yeah, you know? You're slapping like with your skeleton.
Yeah.
You're not slapping with your muscle.
It's almost like you're driving off the tee, you know? You gotta fucking put your hip into it.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta open up. You know what I mean? But anyway, I don't think that was real. I'm telling you, I don't.
So that's a good example. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't want to be bamboozled. I think that, I don't know if there should be like a disclosure. We can't put rules. I think we should just frown upon that content so much that people are ashamed to do it and they don't do it because it's like just money grab, fucking it's just dirty. I just don't like it.
But it's unfortunate, but a lot of times it's compelling. It's compelling
At least
content.
reality television is real in the sense that the people in it believe that they're in it.
Not always. A lot of this shit is, dude, I'm going to tell you right now. You want to know the truth?
I would love to.
I know 2 people that have been casted in reality TV.
Uh-huh.
I know 2 people. One that was casted in a repo show.
Okay. Those aren't real. That's not really reality. That's a reenactment.
Well, this one wasn't a reality show.
Those are dramatizations. At least those tell you.
No, it's not a dramatization. No, it was real deal. It was like the repo, like the live camera repo shit. Yeah, early on in reality TV, like Cheaters. Remember how Cheaters was?
That shit was probably fake too, though.
No, Cheaters was real. Dude, the host got stabbed once.
Cheaters was real?
Dude, Cheaters was real, dude.
If Cheaters is real, then the real world was real too.
No, the real world back in the day was real.
Okay. Love is Blind?
Nope, Love is Blind is too new. It's already been known to be lucrative. Back then, dude, the real world, dude, you remember when Pedro died of AIDS?
Yo, but yeah.
Bro, on the real world, Pedro died of AIDS.
Yo, but
they wouldn't show that no more.
Those guys wanted to be famous too.
They'd be like, his sexual activities are safe. More power to you guys.
Them wanting to be famous doesn't take away from the fact that they're really doing this.
But they know that it's bullshit.
Is it what is bullshit? What's the fake part then?
The fake part is they know it's going to be on Netflix. They know this exposure. So it's the people that they get are not real people anymore.
Yeah,
it's
but
so
they really
flooded.
go through that experience.
They do, but it's not like normal people going through it. It's people going through it knowing they're going to be famous. No, back in the day, people on the real world back in the day are working jobs right now.
That's a fact. But that's because the internet didn't
You don't
exist.
think Janet, Nate, you don't think these guys are working, David from Real World Seattle, you don't think they're working jobs right now? Motherfuckers making lattes.
Listen to me right now. But you know why? Because Instagram didn't exist. You couldn't make a career off of the fucking
You're right.
back end back then.
But that's my point. Is like those are the kind of people they're getting.
That might be true, but that doesn't make it scripted and fake.
It makes it, I shouldn't say scripted in a sense
Because
of,
I agree with what you're saying.
I don't think it's word for word. That's not what I think. What I think is they say you two are going to be love interests, and we're going to shoot for 25 days of you guys having little dates. And how would you flirt with her? And she needs to be receptive.
I don't even
They're
think
way too receptive
I
immediately.
don't think they even see each other till the end, to the reveal. I believe in
That may
the
be
reveal.
true. That may be true.
Yeah.
But what they're saying
the
is
producers probably have it in mind. They're just like, oh, this person loves sports. We got a guy over here. He loves sports too. I bet you they fucking get together.
no, absolutely not. They'd miss too often. You can't do that. This is wrestling. You got to make your heroes and make your villains. Like what they're doing is like, listen, guys. Number 1, you're going to be with number 3. You don't get to see what she looks like, but your job is to interact. Your job is to like each other. He's going to flirt with you. You're going to be receptive. You're going to flirt with him. He's going to be receptive. Right?
Yes.
And-
Real quick, in the chat, Spaz says, I'm just glad that we're pretty good at forcing people to disclose if they're advertising for a product.
I think that's good because that's completely misleading and can sway the stock market and everything.
And here he is, quick fact check for us. Real World Seattle, David, he now works as a freelance photographer and lighting tech in the camera department.
Yeah, he's working.
He's unemployed.
Yeah, he's working, but he, you know.
Oh, he's unemployed?
So he's been furloughed. Is that what you're saying? Like, nah.
It sounds like he just told us he's unemployed.
But this is what I'm saying. These guys are working regular jobs.
Yeah.
You know, he's not a director now.
Yeah.
He's not like that's not what we're doing,
He's
you know?
not, yeah.
That was back in the day. You look at real world people from recently, I guarantee they're producers, they're casting directors for reality TV.
Those guys just end up doing social media shit. I don't even think they become
yeah.
millionaires. The only people who
That
really
too.
hit
Yeah.
a lick are like people where the show doesn't exist anymore, like Jersey Shore. Those guys.
But they had
like Paulie D's like a
But
multi.
they were on reality TV when it was real.
Oh, so Jersey Shore real.
Jersey Shore is real.
Where's the cutoff point on reality television going from
Them.
Survivor?
Them. They were, in
Jersey
my
Shore.
opinion, there is
The final.
there's before Jersey Shore, like there's
Pre-BC?
BJS, there's BJS and then there's
PJS.
after.
Yeah, or AJS.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. AJS. Like that's what it is. Like Jersey Shore set the standard and made people understand how lucrative the messy reality TV could be. And then from there it was off to the races.
Survivor and all those. Definitely real, right?
Those are competition shows, different.
But they're real.
But it's different. It's not just people living in a house. I think it's more real. It's probably 85% real. And then the rest of it is intentionally putting people together, intentionally doing this. Like you're interfering.
But that's producer. We got to get off of this.
Okay, yeah.
I agree.
All right. It's not like Alone. Where
What's Alone?
The survival show on Netflix.
Alone real?
Alone is real. I think Alone is real. To a point. There's people set up nearby if they need them, but I think they really drop these motherfuckers off in the middle of nowhere and give them cameras to shoot shit. This last season when that guy accidentally stepped on an arrow and put it through his leg, dude, I thought he was going to sever his femoral artery. I said the only reason that I think he's not going to sever his femoral artery
they're showing it.
is because it's on TV right now. And I'm like, okay, he must have successfully got this treated. When he pulled that broadhead out of his leg, I said, okay, I feel bad now. He's dead.
Yeah. I had told myself, I said, this is where he dies. You know that there's like 20 something seasons of that show, right?
I do, but the early ones suck because I think they made it too
only
hard.
Dude, the only good ones are like the two that appeared on Netflix over the past couple of years.
Yeah, and they know
When
it.
you Google it, no, dude, I know because I haven't looked it up.
Yeah, they know it. That's
I've
why
looked
they
it up.
put those
When
on.
the first one, when that first season came out,
When that dude
on
hit the
Netflix,
moose?
when the dude, yeah,
And
exactly.
still almost starved to death.
And
He
dude-
ended up on Rogan.
Well, that guy fucking.
I think he blew the show up.
Wolverine ate his fat.
He killed it with a with a hatchet.
But-
He killed a Wolverine with a hatchet.
But you know that was like season like 9 or something like
Yeah,
that, right?
it was.
It wasn't one of the
8 or
early
9.
ones. So
You're
when I
right.
seen that, I started Googling best seasons, and they were like, "Motherfucker, you watched it already, season 9." And then Netflix drops, I guess, 19 or whatever season they just dropped, and that season was great. But yeah,
I had something that, well, maybe I won't talk about it.
Well,
It's up
let's
to you
hear
if
it.
you got important
No,
subjects.
I
I was going to tell you about my day yesterday. I know it's kind of unrelated, but I spent the day in the hospital.
Really?
Yeah, I was in the hospital.
Were you the patient?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
yesterday. You do want to hear about that?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about Iran. Let's just cut Iran out. Guess what? They're all dead. Go ahead, Justin.
But I could be, it's just
I didn't even hear about this.
when it happened.
Like,
I saved
in
it for the
general.
show. But yeah, so Sunday night,
I talked to you yesterday.
yeah, I was there when we spoke.
We're gonna talk about this afterwards. You gotta tell me if you're gonna die soon.
Yeah,
You gotta.
yeah.
I'm
So,
surprised I couldn't smell the air through the phone.
yeah, I had to keep it low, Murrow.
Go
I
ahead.
had
Go
to keep it low.
ahead. Let's hear it.
But so I had some chest discomfort, like some tightness around my chest on Sunday night. Right? I didn't tell my girl. She's still not happy about that I was experiencing this during the night, and I said nothing. So I was having this chest discomfort, and it was I was okay with it because it started on the right side, kind of, but then it spread to the center of my chest and it sat right here. And then I took some Tums and shit. I was like, this got to be like indigestion or something. It got to be like reflux, right? Got to be some kind of reflux. So I take some Tums. I don't remember if it really helped or not. I think it kind of did, but I fell asleep. Woke up the next day. I'm fine. I'm getting ready for work. I start to have this feeling again. And I'm like, all right, it is what it is. Still haven't said nothing. I get in the car. I'm driving to work. And then it spreads to the center of my back, my upper back. And I'm like, okay, I'm not sure how I feel about these symptoms. I was like, because it's kind of tight. It's uncomfortable. It felt like indigestion, like pressure from indigestion.
In your back?
In my chest that then went to the center of my back. And like I was moving when I'm driving, I'm like, I don't like this feeling. Like it's not going away. And I've never had this feeling, right? About 2 weeks ago, I had a similar feeling at night. It woke me up and I was like, okay, that's weird that this woke me up, but it ended up going away. I went to bed, but now I'm having it again. So I'm like, okay, this is the third episode I've had of this. And now it's radiating to a different part of my body. I was like, let me call my girl. So I'm like, hey. And she's like, what's up? I'm at work. I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm kind of having this feeling. I'm on my way to work. And not sure what I should do. I was like, I kind of need a second person to tell me I'm fine. That's really what I need. And she's like, well, I think you should go to the doctor.
If it walks like a duck,
Yeah.
quacks like a duck.
Yeah, and I'm like assessing myself. I'm like, it's not radiating down my arm. I don't have any jaw pain. I don't have any, it's not, it doesn't feel like crushing chest pain, which that's what they say. It feels like someone's standing on your chest when you're having an MI, like a heart attack. So she wants me to go, and I'm like, you know what? If I go and it's nothing, I'm not going to be like, damn, it was nothing. But if I don't go and it's something, I'm going to be like, why the fuck didn't I go?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me go. I go, I get an EKG. The EKG is fine. Then they draw some labs on me, and they don't order a troponin, which is the blood test they order that measures the enzyme that's released by your heart muscle if there's damage to it. It releases troponins.
Why would they order that?
I don't know. That's why we were like, what? Me, the nurse, my girl, were like, this is weird. So they don't order a troponin, but they order what's called a D-dimer, which is a marker for a blood clot, typically a blood clot in your lungs, which is a pulmonary embolism.
Oh, so they were thinking more of like a...
I'm thinking because of the back pain.
Yeah.
But there's other symptoms that I didn't have with that, like no pain when I breathed in, no tachycardia, my heart wasn't racing. So I was like, I don't know. And then they ordered regular blood count. So we were like kind of laughing, like this guy ordered a D-dimer. Like I don't have a D-dimer. Why wouldn't he order a troponin, which is the cardiac test? They end up drawing a troponin, that cardiac test, that cardiac enzyme test, and the other ones, and they send it back. Cardiac enzyme comes back normal, EKG normal, complete blood count normal, D-dimer elevated.
Oh, so he was right.
So I should have just shut the fuck up and let the doctor cook, because they were right, and my D-dimer was elevated, which means I could have a blood clot in my lung.
Huh.
So I spent the whole day in the hospital. They ended up doing a CAT scan with contrast to look at my heart, at my lungs, and I didn't have a clot, so they sent me home.
Huh.
Which I was like, okay, what made that high? Besides COVID and the COVID vaccine.
Are you vaccinated?
I'm schmaxy. I got 2 schmaxy pads.
I was double schmacks too.
Yep. I got the first and then I got the schmooster.
Yeah, I needed the schmooster.
All right. So not for nothing. I don't know what caused this because it's very fishy to me to have that marker be elevated, but with no real reason.
Well, it could no. There could most certainly be has something that just kind of flew through and then just like kind of ended up passing, right?
It could be faulty.
Not faulty. It could have existed, and then like if you got like a little bit of a clot, right? Does it come up and then if it just whew, and like some comes through and pushes it through?
Nah. If it gets pushed through, it's getting stuck. Like these are very tiny. It's tiny shit.
Maybe, but they did your lungs. Did it do everywhere?
No, they didn't, but I'm not showing symptoms of a clot in my arms or legs. There's specific symptoms that you typically see, and I'm not experiencing those symptoms. So they were like, there's really no indication. They said they're kind of saying it's just an anomaly. Like, sometimes this happens.
Yeah, but those things don't exist, right? Because you felt it, and then it came up on paper.
The blood test came up, but I don't know what I was feeling. It could have been anxiety. It could have been, who knows? You know, so I don't really know because it was mildly elevated. But anyway, so I'm going to follow up. I'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah, I hope you don't die. You got to watch what you eat, right?
That has nothing to do with that, but I got to watch what I eat anyway.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
No. So, but yeah, so I just figured I would be like, you know, let me tell you about this.
I figured they'd fucking tell you got to like be on the opposite of whatever a keto diet is. They're like, no fat, lean meat.
Oh, they've been telling me that for a long time.
They're like turkey. They're like, you know what? You can't even eat beef no more.
They've been telling me that for a long time.
Turkey, chicken, you can only eat flightless birds.
Yeah, and penguins are endangered.
Yeah. Dodo's off the menu.
Kardashians was before the Jersey Shore, as per
Let me ask you a question.
What do you got?
Kardashians real?
No.
Also scripted?
It's
scripted?
No, it's not scripted. The dynamics are scripted, and they're just like, listen.
But that still makes it real.
It doesn't, because it's produced.
Yeah, but fake is like scripted to me.
Okay, it's guided. It's guided TV.
I'm not as insulted by guided TV.
Okay, I'll give you that. It's
because
guided.
it's the way you edit
Because they're
it.
not actors. I've seen Kim in this new show that she acts in, where she plays a lawyer.
I
and
literally didn't watch it because she was in it.
Oh, it's absolute trash.
Yeah, I imagine.
And she doesn't even look good. She looks like shit, acts like shit. It's a pile of shit.
Oh, she's not super hot in the show?
No. Bro, with all that stupid surgery, when she's moving on camera, when she's still in a photo, they could do a lot more than they could do when she's walking around.
Yeah, dude, she's a mutant.
And her acting is terrible.
She's like a fucking mutant, dude.
Bro, yeah, it's bad news. I'm like, what is happening?
She definitely can't do anything athletic, right?
No, she can't do anything athletic. Dude, are you kidding me? That thing is like, it's like a sticker on her ass. Is like, handle with care. Like, it says like fragile.
I seen Iggy Azalea talk about how she loves to play tennis every day. And I'm like, how?
She don't play tennis. Stop it. She plays a skin flute. She
with
just plays
the
a little
fuck-
music.
Because with the G-forces on that ass, and it not being real, I'm telling there could be a tear, right? There's got to be some kind of science.
Nah, it could rip out of her body. She could stop too short and that thing keeps going.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
dude.
she can't.
Newton's law.
No, exactly.
I'm not a physicist, but an object in motion will stay in motion. That's what they say.
Unless acted on by an outside force. You know what I'm saying?
That means if that ass is moving, girl.
Unless there's a big Moreno over there, nothing's stopping that ass.
That's funny. That's funny. Diddy's gonna be in jail. They moved his date to 4/25 April 2028.
Yeah, 2028. Yo,
They
that
gave
fool
it
gonna be home in
50
2
months.
years. That shit's gonna fly, bro.
50 months. You know what's mad funny is
It's gonna fly.
I told some. My girl might be mad because I say this story, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I told her I was
Yes.
like, what did he even do? She was like, what did he do? I was like, yeah, what did he do,
Dude.
I was like, was it the Cassie thing? Because I believe she was a willing participant.
He didn't get charged at all for that.
It was the flying broads out to fuck him, right?
Flying hose out.
Crazy. That's illegal.
Bro, apparently there's a lot of people belong in jail.
What about all the mail order brides?
Yo, not only the mail order brides, how many of these rich guys, how many of these sugar daddies flying these chicks out all over the place? Oh, I'm going to bring you to Dubai. And then he hits it in Dubai.
Does that count?
Is that trafficking in prostitution? Because she was like, okay, take me on your boat. Okay, that's a something for something.
I don't get how you could be like, everybody could be a willing participant in this fucking event. And it's like, well, I could get how things could be, you could both be willing participants in something could still be illegal. But in this circumstance, it's like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, when you're consenting adults, right?
He's like, hey, I think you're hot. I'm not in Miami right now. I'm in New York. Do you want to come to New York?
Yeah, because I think what happened is, I'm going to be honest, I think this whole Diddy thing, I came a long way.
Yeah, full 360 on both of us.
I came a long way. I think, or 180. I think what this
thank you.
is, I think this was a character assassination because nothing stuck. If they wanted him to go to jail, they would. Everything they talked about months leading up to the case had to do with destroying his character. Yeah. That it was just things they were saying he drugged these people, he assaulted these people, he did all this. They talked about it, but there were no charges for any of that. Even the ones that were within the statute of limitations weren't discussed and weren't brought up, in charges. So I think that this was he just got flying out prostitutes. That's the only charge he got. Everything else was just
they
harm.
Gave him 50 months for flying out prostitutes?
Because there were so many counts.
They're probably hundreds.
You kidding me, bro? He had
Thousands.
jets full of hoes.
Yeah, now you know what's crazy is he was bringing in hoes and he was bringing in dudes to fuck Cassie. How come she's not in jail?
She's not in jail because she cried.
Isn't she guilty of the same crime?
Dude, she's guilty. She's a John.
If they hold on here. If they fly in to punish her, is she not guilty of the same crime?
She got punished in a different way. She already served.
Yeah, time served.
Time served under the Punisher.
She gets time served.
Imagine they call you the Punisher.
Dude, you
Diablo.
gotta have a fucking huevazo.
Diablo.
To be called the fucking Punisher.
Diablo.
Yeah, those dudes don't live happy lives, though.
They don't.
There's
you
nobody
see
that
him.
can take that much dick for a living.
He was still available to talk in this thing.
Yeah.
You think anybody with bread was talking in this fucking documentary?
They're most certainly not doing Vlad interviews.
Dude, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I tell you right now, they had what's his name on there. They had Eric Sermon on there.
Anybody who knew what Diddy meant by cleaning up the pizza boxes was not doing interviews.
Was not doing interviews. The ones in those chats, the one in those email threads, no. But go ahead. Let's move on. I know you want to move on from this. I hijacked it from my personal story, but
no, that's a crazy story. I'm gonna keep an eye on you. I
Yeah,
don't know
man.
what I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna suggest something before the end of the episode.
yeah. What are you
Something
waiting
to
for?
help.
You waiting to give me mouth to mouth?
No, well, I'll keep you mouth to mouth right now.
Shut the fuck
But
up.
I'm trying to. I don't even know what causes stuff like that. So I'm gonna think of something that maybe you should jump on one leg before you go to bed or something like that.
I probably
There's
should.
Something. Yeah, we could get things. We need to get things moving. I think that's what it is.
2 dog treats and hop on 1 foot.
Yeah. And some rosary and some Vicks for sure. That's
Oh,
gonna be in
Vicks.
there.
Dude, are you kidding me, man? I've been putting Vicks in my soup.
Yeah.
Ever since yesterday.
Good, dude.
Yeah. Dude,
Good.
I'm drinking it. I'm melting it down. I'm putting it in the candles. I put it in the diffuser.
That's smart,
Bro,
That's
it's like
smart.
gas in the house. I'll never do that again. Everybody had to get low. And that motherfucker, everybody was crawling around in the house.
Dude, I'm thinking about getting one of those fucking cymbals and shit like that, or like the triangle things that you smack and hitting you in both ears, and you tell me which one sounds louder.
I'll be able to hopefully I could tell you. I don't know. It might be soon. Soon I might be losing it. Who
Well,
knows?
that's why I got to start now. I got to see if there's an imbalance. That's where I start. That's how I troubleshoot things like this.
Yeah, too many triangle rings and I'll lose my balance. Be careful.
I'm not trying to put you to bed. Have you thought about Western medicine?
I have. I've already snorted 2 rhino horns, but I've just been hard ever since.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Eastern.
Eastern. That's what I meant to say. I'm an idiot. Yeah, because I was thinking about some Reiki stuff. Maybe
Yeah.
we rub the back of your thighs with some like elephant penis.
Oh, dude, are you kidding me? I already Reiki'd my Reikis.
Okay, good.
You know what I'm saying?
Good, excellent. All right, moving on. Dude, you see there was like a friendly fire incident. Iran is so incapable of fucking blowing up, like, I guess the Israeli and American jets that they just blowing each other up.
Dude, those guys got 12-year-olds with mortars outside.
How is there a friendly fire incident in 2026 where all these jet fighters had to deploy out of their jets? Dude, one of them landed in the middle of Yemen, and they got these guys in their fucking...
And who was this? What country had these guys shooting each other?
it was like, I think it was a combination of Israeli and American jets, or maybe it was just American jets. The person I seen looked American.
That's crazy as hell. Well, you know, a lot of Americans are
Really the ones flying those Israeli birds?
because there's a lot of Israelis that go. There's a lot of Jews that go back to fight for Israel.
Oh, so this
Excuse me.
person, maybe this person,
It's like an honor for you to
they
get.
let women fly planes in Israel? Because I thought this was a woman.
Women are actually mandated 2 years of service in Israel. Everybody is.
I didn't ask who was cooking the military meals. I'm saying, do they let them fly jets?
I don't know if they let them fly jets. I'm sure they don't use electricity, right? Oh no, it's only on the Sunday.
That's why.
What if they attack on a Sunday? What happens then?
Dude, let's
They
be
got
racist.
special planes?
No, let's be racist as a different culture. Let's pick somebody else.
I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm asking. Is it like a kosher plane?
It's Sabbath, you know that.
Okay, so that's on Sunday. They can't use elevators and
No
shit.
planes. No
Damn.
planes. Well, no. If somebody turns that plane on, they think they could drive it.
But doesn't it have to be blessed or something?
Nah, because they be showing in front of the elevators until you hit that button. I know it's a fact. I done sat in that front of that button a couple times and been like, it's you or me, buddy. What are we going to do here? I'm not pressing it. I know you're not allowed to. What do you want to do? How bad you want to go up there? Because I just got here. How long you been here?
How heavy's that package?
Yeah.
How many flights you got?
No, but the fact that there could be a friendly fire incident in 2026 is kind of crazy to me. I think that how do you not have like some like beeps or bloops where your boys are? They don't got a little map. They don't got a little map in the corner of their screen where they see little green dots where their boys are, that they're gonna shoot each other. Dude, how crazy! You don't identify that that's the enemy before you blow them out the fucking sky.
Bro, there's not even any friendly fire in video games anymore.
What are we saying? Yo, they fucked up so bad they all ejectocetoed. You know what's even crazier than that? No one's talking about the fact that this probably cost us $4 billion.
Yeah, everybody's
in fucking
laughing.
Jets.
Meanwhile, taxes, inflation for the defense
Iran
budget.
thing is fucking crazy anyways. The Iran thing is crazy because it's crazy for multiple reasons. It's crazy because we're possibly in another war with another country, right? Even though this guy ran on the fact that he was anti-war and he wasn't gonna bring us into a war. Even crazier than that, most of the shit he ran on, except for immigration changes, he's like going against. He's like the complete opposite of what he said he was gonna do.
Admittedly, some of this shit, anybody would have to do the opposite of what they said they would do. You know, I mean, who knows? I mean, I'm not in these rooms. I don't know. I think that I don't like war. I know that. I don't like war. I don't want our country to be in war. I don't want any young men to just be sent out to war to fight wars for these guys. But, you know, America's the strongest for a reason. You know, like kind of, you don't run the prison yard without doing shit.
Listen, you can't make an omelet without cracking a couple eggs. I know that for
Yeah,
sure.
so that's the
But
only
I just want to
thing.
know why. But the problem is, it's like every time we go to these places and do this kind of shit, it always ends up being like we never find what we were looking for. We were wrong about this. It's like history just over and over and over of us blowing up other places, and then the reason why we originally went there was never like real.
I think the U.S. is just the enforcer for like the decent countries in this world.
But are they enforcing, or are they just doing some shit that we don't know about? Weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, like we never found those, right?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that when somebody gets too big, the U.S. kind of seems like they have to shut them the fuck up.
Oh, maybe. Okay. So
And it's like for the rest of the world is like, yo, we got this guy's crazy. These guys are bugging over here. And the U.S. is like, all right, point them out. You know what I'm saying?
That dude was in power since like 88.
Yeah, I think that's the shit. I think that it's just, he's like, yo, this shit, you know, the U.S. is, whoever's president would have had to make this move. This was, I'm telling you right now, if there's a Democratic president, this attack on Iran happens. If there's a Republican president, there's an attack on Iran. Like that was the play right now. And I think it just kind of comes down to it's unfortunate, but the U.S. is like, all right, everybody agrees I should smack this dude.
Well, no, because he didn't get congressional approval before he fucking.
It's wrestling. It's not about Congress. It's about the rest of the world. If you could see, like a lot of these European nations, Iran itself, like everybody's like, yo, Thank you for this.
I'll tell you one thing. Spain was like, they tried to use the Spain base so they could launch, I guess, jets and shit. And Spain was like, you can't come over here. Trump was like, yeah, Spain. He goes, they didn't want to let us use their bases. Frankly, we, what are they going to do? We could have just used them. We could have just landed there. And they'd be, so he goes, they're not very smart. He goes, but the people, they're great people, the best people. I love them. Love them all. But the government, not so smart.
See, I think that this is even further, deeper micro negotiation that goes on a small level.
Oh, you think it's
like
Spain's riding with the other set?
No, Spain's riding with the U.S., but they're like, yo, everybody can't act like they're cool with this. And Spain is like, yo, can we just act like we're close to these motherfuckers over here?
He said he stopped all trade with Spain. He said,
yeah, but this is wrestling.
I don't know if it's real.
It's wrestling.
It's
wrestling. So
fuck.
I think Spain is like, yo, we're right over here.
Nothing's
If
real.
we openly support you, we're within reach. Y'all are over there. So can we just like say we don't fuck with you? And Trump is like, makes sense. But the only way is if I get to say, fuck you, we'll come anyway.
Yeah.
He's like, let me flex. I'll pull out my dick and I say, fuck you. If we want to be there, we will. And they're like, okay. And he's like, done. You can pretend you don't want us there. And that's what they do. And eventually, watch. You'll see if this goes a week longer, you'll see we end up in Spain.
Whatever happened to the president of France is Shorty?
The president of France's husband?
Yeah, whatever happened to him?
I don't know. They told Candace Owens they must have paid her to shut the fuck up.
How do we stop? This was a witch hunt. Speaking of European leaders, this is a witch hunt that was going on for a long time where people are alleging that the first lady of France was really a first man of France.
This wasn't a witch hunt. This was a warlock hunt.
Dude, when they were on, they would have drowned that motherfucker if they caught him. I don't know what's going on. Did they just give up on that?
The main one driving that was Candace Owens.
And I know they sued her. Is that what it is? You think they just like...
They might have just paid so much that she was like, ah, damn. Okay. I'll take the $60 million to shut up.
But I want to see his dick.
She's like, show it to me. Not a dick pic. My husband and I are flying there with the kids.
Yeah, and I want to hold it.
They're like, pull it out at the IHOP.
Yes.
They're like, we want to see it,
In France, they call them J-hops.
In France, they call them J-hops.
Yeah, there's a little accent about the J. I think it's J-hop.
But no, I think that's what happened. I think that things moved on and enough money was made. Most of it, like we were saying, is fake. It's not real. Even if it is real, the objective is to make money. So if you can make a big satire style topic, or if you can just sell people on thinking it's real, you make money. After you cash out money, they're looking at analytics.
Yeah.
Candace Owens' team is looking at analytics.
Yeah.
They're like, we spiked here. We've been on a downtrend ever since. We should pivot. And then they pivot to a different subject. And now she's spiking up with the profits again.
You watched the Shia LaBeouf interview with Andrew Callahan on Channel 5?
Unfortunately, I did not watch the whole thing. I saw clips of it because he had some goddamn viral moments. But
dude, someone's got to wrangle that motherfucker in.
Wrangle him in what sense? Because I know he's been sober for a while. He's been
He's not sober anymore.
He's not.
No, he's drinking on the show. He talks about he's not sober. He's beating up dudes, calling them fucking slurs in the street of New Orleans.
What kind of slurs?
I think he called one guy a faggot.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, well, you asked me. I didn't say things like that, but you asked.
So that was a hate crime.
Dude, you know what's crazy? Here's the thing. And this is a weird one. He's fighting 3 dudes, right, who happen to be gay. And then while beating them up, or while getting beat up, because I don't think he successfully beat anybody up, he was calling them the F word. And now it turns into like a hate crime. But like, what do you call people you're fighting? You usually just call them like the dirtiest thing you could call them, right? Like, what's the worst thing you could call? Like that's not usually how it works. I don't think it means that he hates gay people and he's trying to, and he went out to intentionally hurt gay people.
It's crazy to me that if you punch somebody in the head and you stay quiet, you're in less trouble.
Yeah.
Than if you punch him in the head and say the wrong thing.
Yeah. Crazy.
What are we doing over here?
If hate crimes are real, right? They
Yeah.
exist.
Yeah.
But we need a like. There needs to be there's a clear definition, right? It can't just be this.
Yeah, if somebody punches a guy with a yarmulke, it's like, that's not a hate crime. You know, the guy stole my business.
Yeah.
You know, he stole my business.
No, you're wrong. That business was promised to him 3,000 years ago.
You're right. You're right. So he takes my business, or, you know, he takes someone's business. The guy punches him. Now it's a hate crime? No. It's he punched an asshole. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what? What? If I'm getting mugged by an Asian guy, which is very likely.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Who you do the most mugging?
So I get, you know, if I'm getting mugged, if I'm getting robbed at gunpoint by an Asian guy,
Yeah.
which has happened
Yeah. It happens.
in life,
Yes.
you know,
In Asia specifically.
and someone were to defend themselves,
Yeah.
now what? Hate crime.
You can't call them the word.
Okay, yeah. So if you can't,
Yeah,
so
beat
if
them
you,
up like a silent movie.
that's crazy. So if someone, that's it. You gotta fuck them up and sign.
Well, you can't insult him.
You can't.
If
you
you
can't.
insult him,
That's
it's a
it. You're
hate crime.
done. Hate crime. Damn, that's crazy.
Straight to jail.
That's crazy. Statistically, that's the most likely robbery.
Asian homosexual?
No, it's an Asian homosexual man robbing you with a pistol. That is the most likely, or just an Asian man in general. It's the most likely.
Yeah. They're usually, yes.
100%. So just be careful out there. You know, Asian men.
I was once mugged by a redheaded Asian man.
Oh my God.
Yep.
A redheaded Asian man that identified as a furry.
Yeah, well, yeah, and he had those things that from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that were the 3 points.
That's called a sai, my friend.
Yep, 2 of them.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Anyways,
God, I love you, dude. You're my fucking, you're the best person in the
crazy,
world.
dude. Hope you guys caught that slur. I'm gonna beep that out later.
Yo, shout out
Jesus
to all the new
Christ.
Instagram followers, man. That's what I
Yeah,
want to do.
shout out to you guys.
Shout out
what
to
else
the
do I got?
followers.
Let's see. What time do we have?
Nah, it's a whole
Oh,
bunch of Iran shit going on, man. But
there's
it's like,
so much Iran shit.
I'm off the Iran shit, man. I'm done.
Do the Iran shit just just like making us forget about all the Ukraine shit? No, it doesn't.
What's
even go
going
that
on
way.
in the Ukraine, matter of
Hold on.
fact?
We got to go back. The Iran shit, then we forget about the Israel shit. The Israel shit was so we forget about the Ukraine shit.
Yeah.
Ukraine is, hey, they haven't came over the web and told me that the war has stopped.
No, it's still going on. It's just, again, this is
It's
like,
fake. It is all
it's
fake.
reality TV.
Yeah, it's reality.
Look.
It's not scripted, but
It's
not
reality
real.
TV.
Yeah, I see what you're saying by it being fake. I think that my definition, I feel more bamboozled when it's scripted, but I don't like this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't like this at all.
You don't like it?
I don't like the way this makes me feel.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, it's like, you know, they say person 1 on Love is Blind is going to be with person 3. And you say person 3, you're receptive to person 1, and person 1, you're receptive to person 3.
put
So
them together
that's all you
more
got to
often.
do.
Yeah.
So, like, if he says some corny ass shit and she's cringing like crazy, she's like, oh, that's cute. And she says something cringy and he's like, oh, we're just like meant to be. You telling me you can't do that?
Oh, yeah, but
If they were like, make this girl seem like you think,
dude, I
make it seem like
specialize
you
in
love this girl.
Dude, that was my fucking life before I fucking settled down and became a fucking family man. I specialized in fucking gaslighting and manipulation, dude. That was my fucking major in college, dude. You want to fucking, I would have ruined your life. To the 3% women population that watch the show. No, I agree with that. I was never naive to that. But what I didn't think, or what I still don't think, is that there's it's like a movie where there's like a real script. I do believe that the producers they're like puppeteers, but I don't think the people that are in the show are in on it.
Okay.
But the government thing, to go back to what we were talking about, and they're just like the media, just like kind of like these things are still happening.
Oh, 100% these things are still happening, but they make you forget about. I haven't thought about Ukraine until you said it right now.
Dude,
Thought about Ukraine
I haven't thought about the Ukraine either
at all.
because they're not telling us about it.
No.
I was talking about Iran for like a month though.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've
you
been
were talking about
Iran for a long time. And so the fact that somebody should have listened to me and told me to put money on fucking this happening.
Yeah, what do they got that? And what's that?
Dude, you didn't hear about the guy that made like $500,000 betting on the time that they were going to kill the leader over there?
No.
Dude, like 3 people cashed in. And they're all brand new brokerage accounts that were made within like 24 hours.
Oh, so
You want to talk about inside baseball? Of course,
Yeah.
it's probably Nancy Pelosi and her husband for these accounts. It's probably...
And the Clintons.
Yeah.
They're out here cashing in,
Yeah,
bro.
one account's not Nancy, definitely not N Pelosi.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Somebody hit a lick, dude. Hit like $500 on the market. There's like, and now there's like a new thing where they're reversing like the transactions because it should. Like, I guess it's like illegal to bet on that kind, or to like. There's something that was on the market where they were able to make money off of that through the death of these people, and now they're saying that, well, we can't have that. So they're like reversing it, and there's going to be a new rule.
Yeah, you can't have that. They could be like, oh, this guy's going to hit, and then somebody to hit him. Send somebody to hit him, and it's like, okay.
But how crazy is it that, like, you know,
Yeah.
dude, they can't keep secrets with nobody.
No. Imagine they're like, LeBron's going to be out for the remainder of the season. I'm betting $2 million. And everyone's like, all right. And they just send somebody to fucking Nancy Kerrigan him backstage, take his knee
Yeah.
out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's like, remember when the Trumps, was it him? When the WhatsApp or the Discord messages got leaked or some shit like that? They were all talking on Telegram or something, and all the conversations got leaked.
oh, yeah, that wasn't him. He wasn't on there.
It was politicians. It
It
wasn't
was
him.
his guys from his cabinet. I think it was Hetzeg or something like that. Helseg. He was in there.
The FBI guys are on there too.
Yeah, there were guys on there that shouldn't have been talking about that shit, and they were just talking shit on there. It wasn't Telegram. It was something
They
else.
killed somebody, and they were all like celebrating it on there.
They were talking shit about something. It wasn't that crazy. It wasn't about killing someone, I don't think.
The United States had a strike on a country or somebody like that, or on a person, whatever, a foreign person. And when they were talking about it on the chat, and they were kind of like celebrating like they should, and they were talking about like, you know, dead like a dog or some shit like that. Like there was like an expression that ended up going viral from that conversation.
Oh, shit.
I remember being in the BJ's parking lot listening to Philip DeFranco talk about it.
Yeah. I don't remember that, but yeah. So it just goes to speak
could've made that up, I don't know.
but it just speaks to like the kind of shit that people could really get information on, and then just alter bets, you know?
Am I going to lose the gaslighting skill? No, the gaslighting skill only gets better. You better hope if you're in a successful marriage, you keep it. That's one you keep. But the manipulation one, you definitely lose that one.
Yeah, you lose that one.
Because
It's not.
you become the manipulatee.
Yeah,
become
they're
the-
superior
become the-
manipulators.
Because you know what it is? It's about the long game. Women play the long game. That's the reality of it. It's like they will just break your will eventually. Like you might like right now you're not taking that you're doing this or you're doing that, but eventually they will never stop asking you to do this task.
Yeah, like you think that you know, this came out of nowhere or something like that. Like, no, you were supposed to build that entertainment center. She's been planning this, like, you know, training day. It's like, you've been planning this all day. And he's like, I've been planning this shit all week, son.
Yeah, facts.
Like that kind of shit. This shit been going on in her brain for a month.
You're being molded right now. You have no idea. And by the time you realize it, I'm not even kidding you, it's too late.
Yeah, that's why there's a grace period between when you start it and when she starts to say shit.
Yeah.
Because you know, there's a period there where she's like, all right, once I get this, he's gonna take 5 days to start it. He's gonna, you know, it's gonna be tough initially. I gotta, you know, kind of consider his schedule, stuff like that. And then this day is when I'm gonna start to be like, so what's up with the entertainment center?
Yeah.
You know, what's up with the, you know, are we doing that bar outside? Or are we not?
Yeah, should I ask, like, you know, should I start putting it together?
Yeah, I mean,
They'll
I
start
know a guy-
opening the box and just reading the fucking thing as if they're gonna put it together.
Yeah, I could call my dad or my brother,
dude.
You know, he could come and do it.
So they play the long game. They're much better at it. It's like I said before, you know it. You're doing shit and you're just like. You're like, yo, look at me. I take the garbage out 3 days a week. I do this, I do that. It's like, I got fucking tricked, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it that I got tricked.
Bro, you kidding me? I'm happy when I finished taking out the recyclable and shit. I'm like, help the planet. And I was like, I never fucking recycle before.
I never
lived by
recycle,
myself.
bro.
Who the fuck recycles? I said, when I lived by myself, there was a dumpster outside my apartment.
Everything went in it.
Everything went in it. I'm talking about furniture. I'm talking about clothes. I'm talking about whatever. Food from the kitchen. I'm talking everything. And now here I am separating shit. Every other Wednesday, oh, it's cardboard day.
Dude, we're fucking so gay.
Dude, I'm neutered, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I never thought I'd see the day, bro. I was,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I was out here, bro. It's like doing what I want.
Yeah.
You know, I'm out here.
One day, you're
I'm like, I want a new whip. You know, buy it. Now I'm out here like, this thing is paid off.
That's how it starts. You start, I'm going to get a new car. I'm just going to get it. You go out and get it. You want the sound system. You want the this. You want the that. Then next thing you know, it's 15 years later, you're in Disney wearing matching fucking shirts with their fucking ears.
Yeah, with the ears talking about, all right, we can get a $14 chicken leg.
Yeah. Unfucking believable.
Yep. There it is. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I was like, I'm proud that my car is paid off. I'm like, this shit is paid off. I'm like, I'm out here saving the family money.
You know what I would have told you if you would have told me how much money you're saving fucking 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Would have called you a slur.
Yeah. Would have called you. So I'd be like, hey, how much dick you suck out here?
Yeah, I don't want to hear about that shit. I'm living on the edge, baby. Paycheck to paycheck.
Paycheck to paycheck out here.
You
What,
couldn't
you
live like
saving
me.
money?
That's your problem. You can't live like this.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna get it. When you know you're gonna get it, nigga, you confident in yourself?
Money comes.
You'll find it.
My palm is itching when I talk like that.
Are you crazy?
Yeah, bro. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm out here. Take me to the dealer, bro. Take me to the car dealer,
I
bro.
would have made I made the most irresponsible financial decisions when I had the least amount of money.
Yo,
When I had the least amount of money, I was doing the most wild fight. I was making the dumbest purchases.
That's the way it goes, man. When you live by yourself, when you're doing your own thing and shit like that, you're just like, I'll get it. I'll get it. But then when you're like, okay, I got to make sure we have things that are more important than the bullshit. You know how many pairs of kicks I had? You know how much shit I had when I was living by myself? Yo, my dog was eating raw. Bro, my dog was eating raw.
I thought that
No,
there wasn't
not
a
really.
single hobby I couldn't pick up and just start doing. I was buying saltwater reef tanks.
Dude, Berto was trimming bonsai trees.
Dude, you remember
Whole
when I did
crib
the-
full of bonsai
Remember when I had the
trees.
bonsai tree thing going on? Yeah, now I'm fucking, like you said, I'm neutered, dude. Kids.
Dude, this guy had a whole crib full of bonsai trees. This guy was looking at buying supplies to blow glass.
I was gonna, I wanted to blow glass. Dude.
Bro, this guy was ready to have a full-blown, like, 1,000-degree fire
gonna get
pit
the- I was
oven
gonna-
in his crib.
I was gonna get the kiln.
Bro, you can't. This needs to be, you know those things where they turn a conversation into a cartoon?
Yeah.
We got to figure out a way to do this because that would be so goddamn funny.
Dude, because there's so many things that I was 100% ready to do. You should see what my favorites tabs looks like.
What?
I still have like shopping lists with all these stupid things I would do. Like
I would love to see
the
that.
hobbies I've gotten in that I thought I was gonna do. There's so many different woodworking. I thought for sure I was gonna buy a CNC machine and become a woodworker.
One of them spinning shits.
One of the ones that you could just carve anything out of. Yeah. Then laser cutting. Laser cutting, I'm still thinking about.
I'm ready to go in with you on a 3D printer, bro.
Oh, I'm buying a 3D printer.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time. You know what it is? It's that I'm just not as financially responsible as I used to be. And they're not cheap. You know? So back in the day, I would have just swiped my credit card and figured it out.
Yeah, yeah. I know, but now it's different when you're not the main thing, right? You have kids now, like, not for nothing, I don't have kids, but my girl has kids. So it's like, it's bigger than me at this point. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you can't just come home. You couldn't come home with nothing nice. Don't
Yeah.
you? And if you don't know this, I'm going to tell you right now. Don't come home with anything shiny, bro. Because it's not going to go over well. Women don't like to see men happy. That's a fact, all right? So that's rule number one. All right? And then when you're happy as a result of you spending large quantities of money, they hate that times two.
Yo, thank God I started golf before I fucking moved in with my girl.
Dude. You come home with something new, you better tell them that they gave it to you.
Yeah, you better look, they gave it to me.
You
Remember
didn't
that?
give it, they didn't just give it to you.
Remember that voice?
They gave it to me.
I don't know, they give it to me.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That's where that comes from, bro, because that shit's a real thing.
It is, I'm sure.
I would love to show my girl some of the things I buy.
Yeah.
I can't. Can't see me happy.
The thing is just to have the cost of things. Some things that hobbies I'm into and hobbies you're into, the items appear small, but they're not cheap and bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, just shut up about it. And then here I am. I'm going to talk about it on a podcast that they both know about.
Oh, well, I don't. At this point in my house, the cat's out the bag. She knows if I gotta make sure the boxes when I bring them in. I gotta make sure if there's something nice in there, or I just downplay it. I'm like, I don't know. She's like, what does that do? I was like, nah, she don't really do nothing.
Yeah, she don't do nothing.
Yeah, I bought presence sensors for my house the other day.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You were telling me presence sensors. Now, I had the definition of presence sensor versus motion sensor had to be explained to me by Berto, because motion clearly senses motion, but presence knows if your ass is sitting still. You know how when you taking a shit, the light shuts off in the fucking public toilet? That don't happen.
It even tells you how far. But Tom was the one that actually put me onto these.
Okay.
It will even tell you like how the distance, like how far you are. Like you could set up things to, because essentially what this thing, it just reports out. So you can set prompts based on what it reports out. But anyways, yeah, it can even tell you how far things are from you. It can tell you how bright a room is, how dark a room is. It could tell you temperature of a room, the humidity of a room. It tells you a bunch of different parameters. But I bought them the other day, and I put them up, and I didn't say a word. And my girl's like, "What is that thing?" I was like, "Nah, it's not. I can't tell her all the fun things it does, because then she's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, Google image search. You spent $1 on this?"
Yeah. Oh, so you don't want to know the price. You don't know that that's a way that you're going to monitor if you fuck with the thermostat.
She don't gotta know.
That's called dad espionage.
Yeah, 100%. First of all, she definitely don't got access to any of the automations in the house or any of the ability to change shit, especially not temperature.
Fucking right.
I know we're super over.
Yeah, I don't know about super over, but yeah, we're over about a quarter after.
You got anything else you want to talk about?
No, that's it, man. That's it. I just want to make sure that everybody goes and checks out the Instagram. It's in the description. You know, it's one of the links that we have there to our social media. Make sure you check it out. We're growing the Instagram right now. We've been putting some work in recently, just trying to get that to grow. So if you do watch a podcast, make sure you hit that Instagram link. Make sure you follow the Instagram, and of course, make sure that on your way out from this video, you thumbs up the video, you subscribe to the channel, you hit the notification bell so that you never miss a single video that we post, clips, shorts, lives, all of that. And if you don't find us, because we're also on all your favorite audio podcast platforms aside from the live streams. So if you don't find us on your favorite audio podcast platform, my man right here,
Join the Discord and harass us until we place the podcast on your obscure podcast listening platform. Come rock with us. We're usually in the voice chat throughout the day. Suggest topics, a bunch of different subsections of the Discord. You could post stuff to talk about, so on and so forth. We're always on there. So if you ever need to get us quickly or want to talk to us or get our opinion on anything at all, find us on there.
Yeah, our notifications are on for the Discord. So whether it's during the day, whatever, we see you guys message us. So make sure you do that. And that's what we got. Mastodon Podcast episode 290. We are 10 episodes away from 300. Right, 300. So we're going to line up a dope guest for the 300th episode. And that's what we got. Mastodon.
That's up.